Hello there and welcome to BizTech on Ghana Web TV with me, Na Oyokwote. Now is the start of another weekend and of course, I am here to bring you a recap of business news that made headlines during the week as well as an exclusive interview. This week on BizTech, we'll be talking about sneaker laundry, I beg your pardon, and my colleague Mauli Aholumega sat with two co-founders who turned dirty and old sneakers into spanking new. Desmond Kunedu and Richard Cobbler are the co-founders of ShoeLab. Have a look.
This company started some 14 months ago with the premise of ensuring that your footwear is clean. That company is called the ShoeLab. I'll be speaking with the brains behind the ShoeLab, and they'll be taking us through the entire process of how to get your shoe cleaned. They are my guests on this week's edition of BizTech on Ghana Web TV. My name is Mauli Aholumega. Yeah, welcome back from that break. So today I have here with me the CEO of ShoeLab and Operations Manager of ShoeLab, Desmond and Richard. First, I'll go to Desmond. Desmond, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Richard, how are you? Nice one. So tell us where we are now.
We are currently at ShoeLab, Northern branch. This is the second branch of ShoeLab.
Okay.
So that's where we are now.
All right. Okay. Desmond, you are the chief executive of this company. What was your first decision to set something like this up?
Decision? Well, myself, I'm a sneaker lover.
Okay.
Just like my friend told you earlier. I wouldn't say I am or he is a sneakerhead, but we are sneaker lovers from childhood. He's been my friend from, you understand?
Okay.
So we love sneakers.
Okay.
And then we believe that these days, like this world we live in, is kind of problem-solving world. Okay, so it was a within problem.
Okay.
Himself and I. We realized that at a point we couldn't make time to clean our shoes again. Meanwhile, we have like huge love for it. You understand?
Yeah.
So we just sat down. Like I contacted him someday and told him that, yo, bro, now that we have like large quantity of shoes that we can clean, I'm sure people out there having the same problem. So why not start something?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, cool. Then there's this other friend of ours, Bobby.
Okay.
So we told Bobby about it, and he also seemed to like the idea, and that was it.
Okay. Wow. And you've been running for how long?
For now, I think we started somewhere June last year.
Okay. So that's quite short.
Yeah.
And how's the business going so far?
Oh, honestly, so far so good.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like it myself. And we've actually paused whatever we had doing in the past, and now we've given this our full attention. So.
Okay. But what first were you doing before you ventured into this?
From school, I used to own a boutique.
Okay.
Like I told you, we love sneakers, and also
yeah.
We used to have the same place where our first branches.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was what we were into.
Okay.
We used to travel sometimes and bring goods down and then.
Okay.
And that's how it's always been.
Right. So when you first started, how many shoes did you begin with, if you can remember?
I can't record the exact quantity. But then when we started, everything in the shop, as at the time we started, was my shoes and his shoes.
Okay.
That was what we started with. Like, we cleaned them, the dirty ones we had inside, we brought them out, cleaned them, and then we displayed.
Okay.
And then we had a call from my friend, Rami, because we started making noise about it on Snapchat.
Okay.
So a friend called and he's like, oh, yo, I have some shoes. And he brought about, you remember?
Sizable quantity, I think 12 pairs.
Okay.
For the start, his own personal collection, so he bought them for a start, and that was how it kicked off.
Okay. So basically you started with your own shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then how was the response like for yourselves? Not before when you started having customers and all that.
Honestly, I wouldn't lie. It was crazy.
Okay.
Because after Rami called, I don't know if it was because of the Snapchat posting we were doing or I don't know. But then the calls kept coming.
Started coming in.
Please, where can we locate your shop? It was great. So.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I know you guys clean shoes here. I saw, checking your website, I saw you do other stuff. I saw something like deodorization and all, some terms. So first, what's the first step if somebody wants to get their shoe cleaned? Because I see a number of shoes here. I'm sure these are for people. Yeah. So what kind of shoes do you first get in to come in here in this lab?
Well, we do anything footwear. So whatever problem you have with your shoe, you just bring it in. And but the first stage is, I know like how you probably like heard of us. So
I actually saw you guys on Instagram. My boss shared.
When people come across our page on Instagram, what they do is they pick the number, they call, and we are like, oh, this is our location. Would you want us to pick it up, or you would like to drop them off yourself? Then people, most of them prefer the pickup section. So we do that sometimes. People love to bring them themselves as well to at least tell us what exactly they want us to do on the shoes for them. So they bring it and then we're good.
Okay. All right. Let me go to Richard a bit. Richard, so you guys are basically magicians of shoes.
Yeah.
So are you telling me here today that no matter how bad the shoe is, you can take care of it?
That's what we want to pride ourselves with.
Okay.
As we stand, we want to pride ourselves with being the best. You know, because I don't think in this industry that we are in and in this line of business we're in, I think this is the best of its kind.
Okay.
So we like to pride ourselves with that. So what better way to pride yourself in but knowing you are the best and knowing you are the best at it. So that's what we pride ourselves in. So we like the challenge. Like there are shoes that can be black and leave white. There are shoes that can be white and leave black. So we like those kind of challenges. We like upgrading shoes, we like mending the shoes, we like cleaning them. Aside cleaning the shoes, we do all sort of things when it comes to mending, patching, shoes, sneaker customization and all this stuff. So we like to pride ourselves in and see that.
Yeah, but also just a quick follow-up. If the shoe has been lying down there for like many years.
Yeah, that's one of the main challenges we face here. With, some shoes coming with the soles of the shoes. The soles is the under part of the shoes. They come in yellow because the shoes has been there for very long. Some people keep it under their beds for so long. So it comes in like, to tell you, oh, when I bought it, the sole was very white, but now it's yellow and all those stuff. And like, that's one of our specialties.
Okay.
We make sure we restore it back to how it was.
Without painting. We don't do painting.
Okay.
We make sure we bring them back to it like normal.
And I realize you guys also do some customization as well. You customize shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have some machines we use. Yeah. We wouldn't want to disclose what machine it is.
Sure.
If not, we would have taken you inside to show you.
Okay.
But then what it does is you connect it to the PC, you design whatever you want to do, then you transfer it on your shoe. Depending on what the customer wants. If the customer wants you to write his name, make a design or whatever. Some people to bring in black shoes, they want them white. They want them kind of edited, understand?
Okay.
And we do all that.
All right.
So that's what we term as customization.
So basically you guys are virtually not just clean shoes, but you also sort of mini graphic designers as well.
Like I told you, we do anything footwear.
Wow, that's interesting. I've been speaking with the CEO and the operations manager of ShoeLab, and they are into cleaning sneakers and doing all things to your sneaker. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back from that break. I've been speaking with Desmond and Richard of the ShoeLab, and now they'll be taking us through the process of how some of the shoes that are being brought here are cleaned. Desmond, I see you're holding some shoe. Can you explain how you're going to clean this?
Okay. Yeah. So the first step is we have to clean the sole.
Okay.
Yeah. People feel it's unnecessary to clean the soles, but then if you love your shoes, like I do, you can't wear a shoe as dirty as this one looks, and then you go put it back. You just can't clean the upper sole and
just drop it.
So we start with the soles.
Okay.
Like we clean everything here before.
All right.
But then obviously we will need like a sink or something to demonstrate.
Okay, so you take it to a specific place in the lab.
So I'll take it inside and then I'll bring it back for you.
All right. Yeah, so Richard, this one is taking the shoe to the other end for the sole cleaning. Now, I see a lot of other shoes here. I see Nike, I see Fila, I see Vans, I see Louis Vuitton. I also see Converse here and quite a number of shoes. Are these the kind of shoes you receive every time here?
Yep. These are some of the shoes we receive here. These are like the ones in mint conditions. There are some which are not so much in mint conditions. Those are the challenging ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on an average, how many shoes do you receive in a day or to a week?
In a day, we receive on average about 70 to 80 pairs of sneakers. That's on average. Yeah, if we have to give it on average, 70 to 80 pairs. So within the week, we look forward to receiving about 500 pairs of sneakers every week here. So it's very, very challenging. It's very demanding.
Yeah, but is it also tedious, especially with your staff, having to clean all these numbers of shoes?
Yep, of course. We are new and there are challenges. We started as 4 friends, like just 4, and currently we have 16 workers.
Okay.
So that should tell you like the impact it's had and like the challenges we face, because we need more hands and we need others as well. So that's it.
Yeah, so I see here, that's the Timberland.
Yep.
Very, very legendary shoe. Yeah, so for a shoe like this, what do you do with it, like to clean it?
This shoe actually came in with a different color. And, yeah, and the client wanted it changed into brown.
Wow.
So that's what we did. So we've changed the whole color to this particular color. So we're just going to polish it and we're just going to shine it up and we'll give it back to the client.
Yeah.
Because what he wanted has already been done.
Yeah. So I also read something about deodorization, which is, I think, it's like removing the odor of the shoe.
Yep.
How's the process like?
Some shoes, you know, as footwear, and some, not all people like wearing socks and all those stuff. So putting your direct feet into every sneaker, because there'll be some little funny sense. So we have special deodorizers that we use for shoes. They are only meant for shoes. So we deodorize the shoes to bring out the good smell back in the shoe. So we leave the shoe smelling like as if you just bought it, like a fresh pair.
Yeah. Who are some of these clients that come in here to bring their shoes for you guys to work on?
So our client is mostly everybody. Everybody is our client. But of course, in every establishment, you want some high-profile names to at least accept yourself that you are doing something good, you are doing something. Because it takes such people to let you know that you're actually onto something. So our first high-profile name we got to give is Medical. We started with Medical. He showed us a lot of love by driving to the shop personally to deliver issues with stuff. So Medical was like our first top name. Since then, we've had a chance to work with SAC and his whole entire success team. We've had a chance to work with them. We've had a chance to work with Cookie T as well. We've had a chance of working with Familia, with Payday, with Regina Van Helvet. Yeah, she's a darling. She also showed us lots of love. We've worked with Obibini of Xylophone. We've worked with Samiba. Yeah. So,
that's quite a very tall list. Now it looks like my friend Desmond is back. Desmond, I see you're back and you bought a shoe. Wow, it looks.
So now you can have it.
It looks like. So can I wear this, or you have to do something else to it?
Hold on. You can wear it.
Okay, so what are you going to do on the shoe now?
As you can see, this side of the shoe is very dirty, as well as this side.
Okay.
So I will start by cleaning here.
Okay.
Before I get to there.
Okay. All right.
So this is
a chemical you guys use.
Correct.
Okay. All
this is water.
Okay. I see some brush.
Yeah.
And I see what's this?
Yeah, it's like a hand brush.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then I see a deodorant as well.
Yeah, deodorizer.
Okay. All right. So these are the major things that you use.
Over there is a dryer. Like
okay.
Shoe dryer.
So when we are done here, you bring it here and dry it.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and you do all this in like how many minutes?
This one's like maximum of like 20 minutes we should be done.
Wow. Yeah. And so for like a shoe like this, how much is it going to cost for you to clean it?
Our minimum charge is 30 cedis for a pair of shoe.
Okay.
Yeah, but then when you bring the shoes in and then we have to do extra like stuff on them for you, we charge extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there are different prices for the sole whitening and all.
Okay.
But normally this shoe, like in this condition, we can't charge more than 30 cedis.
But if it's in a really, really bad condition, how much are you going to charge
more? That is how come we don't have like a price list. Like,
okay. So it depends on the shoe that comes.
How dirty it is.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Okay. So you can take it away.
All right.
And then, so you're using this sponge.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my sponge.
Okay.
The shoe.
All right.
And then this is a sponge, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's a sponge. Yeah.
That's water and then
okay.
brush.
All
It's
right.
a standard brush.
Okay.
This one is very soft.
Okay.
So,
All right.
because I wouldn't want to damage this side of the shoe,
Oh, yeah.
I would rather use
Use
this.
a softer one.
Yes,
Okay.
So, because the chemical is highly concentrated, I would have to put it back in water to dilute it a little
So you
bit
sort of
before.
do a small concentration here to sort of, okay. All right.
Exactly, yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm starting with this side.
Okay.
Back here. Then inside, then I'll do the upper sole. Then we dry it over there. And if possible, we deodorize it and then we are good.
Okay. All right. So you clean that. I'll still be speaking on Richard.
Okay.
Yeah. Richard, so I'm sure you have quite a huge stuff here. You said 15.
Yep.
What have been some of the challenges you guys have faced so far?
There's a lot of challenge because this is eventually it's like you're venturing into a new business. So trust is key because you have the instances where you don't know who you're employing and all that. I'm pretty sure most CEOs face the same problem, but it's something you have to overlook because you are helping curb down the unemployment rate as well. So some of the issues they are big, like with some shoes come in and they are not really in the best of
shape.
condition, and some shoes they are like so just a few washing and you find out it's peeling off. So those are challenges, but I will try to rectify everything out for those shoes.
Yeah, so let's come to the shoes a bit. I see this is a suede.
Yep.
You know, oftentimes people try to just use a normal sponge to clean it and all of that, and then the shoe doesn't really stay on long. Can you give us some little tips on some how you can clean your shoes?
Suede, what we advise with suede is never use water on suede.
Okay.
Because water damages the whole suede content. It changes the color of the suede and all this stuff. So with suede, we always advise to use a suede spray.
Okay.
And we have a suede chemical that like we use on a mild brush. We use it to rub through the suede, and when you are done, it's good to go.
Okay.
So we don't use water on suede. That's what we advise.
Yeah. So I don't know. I saw some grinder. Do you guys use the machines to sort of make the shoes, mold them in a bit?
Yeah, we have machines that we use to enlarge shoes. Some shoes come in like maybe size 40. The person wants it at size 42 or something. So we have such machines that we use to enlarge shoes and all those stuff. So we have all those stuff.
So from your point of view, what would you say is a good shoe or a bad shoe?
It boils down to price. Really. But a good shoe is a quality shoe. That's how we can just sum it up. A good shoe is a quality shoe. Like, a shoe that it will take you that extra mile. So that's what it boils down to.
Okay.
A good shoe is a quality shoe.
Okay. Now I see some tools here. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what this is. So can you just briefly just explain to me what this is and what this does?
Basically, this machine is one we got for sneaker customization, but it has to go through a whole lot of process before it eventually comes, because this machine gives you the actual size of what you want to customize. So it goes onto the shoe. So this machine is what we use for that.
So you guys are using technology as well, not just your normal hands to. Okay. All right. And then I see this. What does this do?
The name speaks for itself, an intelligent shoe dryer.
Okay, so this dries the shoe.
It dries the shoe in quick time. So some people bring their shoes in, let's say they bring it in at 12 and they say, oh please, I want to take it somewhere at 3 or something. So can you do it instant for me, like express way? So so when everything is done, you just put a shoe on here. It's a machine, it produces heat. And the heat is good enough that it won't affect the shoe, it won't melt the shoe, it won't bend the shoe down. It just produces the kind of heat that the shoe needs to get it dry right on time. So this is a
wow. So you guys are fusing technology. You're not just drying the shoe in the sun, but you have tools and equipment.
Some shoes can't even dry on the sun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
oftentimes that's what a lot of people do.
Because of ignorance. We do it and it's dry, but since we've to understand more about sneakers, there are some shoes they don't require too much heat because it affects the material used in making the shoe. So some of them they require machines like this just to dry it up.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Richard. I'll come to my friend Desmond. Desmond, how far? I see you are
madam.
using some machine to on the shoe.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
Okay, so I'm done cleaning inside of the shoe.
Okay.
So I'm now working on the upper sole.
Wow.
Okay, so this is a hand brush like I told you.
Yeah.
So now the first thing I did was I placed this in the chemical, diluted it, and I'm back on the shoe.
So everything has to do with some form of mix,
Of
you
course,
know. Yeah, you don't
course.
just pick the
Yeah.
the things and then you just
Yeah.
use them on the shoe.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what next?
So yeah.
Okay. So we move now to the intelligent shoe dryer.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to put the shoe inside the machine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so
Can
first
it?
of all, I need to turn it on first.
Okay.
Give it the temperature I want.
Okay.
Depending on how fast the customer needs the shoe.
Oh, okay.
So
you can dry the shoe in, like, what's the fastest you can dry the shoe?
5 minutes.
Wow. And it will be completely dry?
Yeah.
And the person will not need to dry it in the sun again?
No.
And they can just wear it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you either fix it this way. or
Okay.
This way. You just leave it for a while.
Okay.
Because this one is not ready. I can't bring it here.
Yeah.
I think we have 20 of these, so we can tackle about 20 shoes.
At a go.
At a
Wow.
go, yeah.
Okay, wow. That's quite a lot of shoes, and it's really glad that you guys are using some form of technology as well to take it. I see this. What's this machine and what does it do?
Well, this is also the shoe. It's part of the shoe.
Okay.
customization. Yeah,
Okay.
So
All right.
This is where we make the imprint on it. We cut it into size. This is where we heat stamp it and all this stuff.
okay.
Before it feeds to the machine.
All right.
Cut it to the shoe size. And we're good to go.
Okay. Yeah. So while we wait for the shoe, I'll speak with Desmond. Desmond. So you've been running this business for about 14 months, right?
Yeah.
That's almost close to 2 years, right? Where do you see this business going for you?
Well, as it stands now, we have 2 branches. Then we are working on another branch at Pentagon Hostels. We are planning on getting another branch at Tema, Kumasi. So honestly, I can't say everything out here, but then in years to come, it should be worldwide something. So. Yeah.
But have you had some collaboration so far? There, some people just call you and say, "Hey, we like what you guys are doing. We want to partner with you," or something of the sort.
Yeah. Like we've had about 10 calls already.
Wow.
People trying to come in, learn from us. Others too wants us to give them franchise. I even had a guy call me all the way from Canada that I like what you guys are doing, so can you please come through for us so that we open a branch and we are speaking with other people as well. So it's going to be a worldwide something.
So in the future, you're looking to set up some sort of academy where you have trained people, and then they all work under you. You teach them how the process and all of that. Okay, that's quite good. I mean, I really like what you guys are doing here.
You see how it's looking now?
Yeah, it's looking much more cleaner as well. And then also, it's dry as well.
Yeah.
Wow, so the intelligent shoe dryer really does some job, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now you use the deodorizer, right? Okay. And this goes inside of the shoe, not outside.
Inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's to curb the odor.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Good.
So that's it.
Yeah.
I can have my shoe.
Of course you can.
Wow. This has been very insightful.
Yeah.
And all of that. And then you package.
Yeah.
Okay.
We believe that people mostly buy their shoes from outside and because of the box size, and most people will just drop it somewhere and then bring the shoes down. So,
Yeah.
We provide these boxes for you to keep the shoes safe for you.
All right.
So.
Okay. Wow. So that's it.
Like that, yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah. So that's all we have for this week's edition of BizTech. I've been speaking with Desmond and Richard of ShoeLab, and they've been taking me through the process of how to get your shoes clean. And this has been this week's edition of BizTech on Ghana Web TV.
Thank you, Mauli Aholumega, for that eye-opening interview. But up next is Jefferson Seneaza with Tech Bits.
Welcome to Tech Bits. This week, we're going to talk about differential documents. Have you ever had the situation where you have one document, you start working on the same document, and by the end of the month or at the end of the week, you have 2 or 3 of the same type of document? Have you ever thought if there a simpler way to find the differences between the first document and the second document? Well, worry no more. This useful website helps you to actually differentiate the differences in between one document and the other. It helps you find the right missing links and helps you find the modified versions of it. It's almost like something that you easily do in Word, but this time of different documents at the same time. I thought it would be useful to bring it back to my Tech Bits audience. So let's get to it. You find it interesting. So the different document checker is pretty simple. As you can see, the website address is DiffChecker.com. That's DiffChecker.com. DiffChecker. And it's very simple. There's actually a desktop app for those of you that want to have and work offline, and it has more features in there anyway, but the web version is pretty much just the same. You can put anything here and put anything there, and it would give you find the difference, and it will tell you this is the difference and that is the difference. You can put off the same, so you can literally just copy the same text into your original text, copy another document from that into the second changed text, and click on find difference, and it gives you that much information. So you can see right there from the top, it tells you that and that. So you can literally just for example that, and we can have that, right? Just for example, and click on find difference, and it will tell you which spots are different and which spots are the same. You can use that to even use an editor or just compare the document. So it has an in-depth analysis. The desktop app, like I mentioned, is also available offline, and it helps you actually that. And you can do all this, as you can see, without even a sign up thing, but you can still create an account and get things done. So the website address is DiffChecker, and don't be afraid to just explore and see the best of it. I hope you found this week very useful and very promising. Even if you're not going to use it, I encourage you to recommend this video to a friend or two, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.
So that was Jefferson Seniaja with Tech Bits, but we'll be back with Biz headlines. Now to our first story. The Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company Limited is expected to take delivery of some pipelines from the United States of America by the end of August 2021. This follows a 12-year delay in the delivery of the equipment as a result of some managerial setbacks and cost the country a total of $63 million. Managing Director of the BOST, Edwin Provencal, in an interaction said an additional $8 million was used to repair some of the pipelines that were damaged as a result of exposure to weather conditions over the lengthy period. We started the procurement of these pipelines in 2009 with an EXIM facility. Fast forward to today, the pipelines are still stuck in the United States of America, Houston to be precise. My two predecessors started sandblasting and repairing the pipelines. The good news is that by the end of August 2021, the shipment of the pipeline will commence. Now, Ghana recorded $874 million worth of investment from 122 projects in the first half of 2021, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, an indication of the country's attractiveness as an investment destination. Of the total investment of $874 million, the foreign direct investment component amounted to $829.29 million, while the local component accounted for $44.72 million. The FDI amount of $829 million was a remarkable increase of 32.15% in inbound FDI compared to the FDI value of 627.52 million US dollars recorded for the same period last year. This was in a statement from the Ghana Investment Promotion Center. Italian oil giant Eni has sued the government of Ghana in a London court after a former energy minister, John Peter Amewu, in April 2020 issued a directive to the company and Springfield ENP to begin talks and combine their adjacent oil and gas fields. Mr. Amewu gave them until September 18, 2021 to reach an agreement. His directive said that seismic data had indicated ENI's Sankofa offshore field, which entered production in 2017, and Springfield's Afina discovery had identical reservoir and fluid properties. ENI is now seeking 5 reliefs from the tribunal. These include a declaration that the purported directives by Mr. Emewu and any other steps taken to implement those directives represent a breach of contract under the petroleum agreement. The local currency is likely to take a further dip during the last 4 months of the year 2021, an economist has revealed. According to Courage Mate, the pressure on the cedi, as well as some external factors like inflation, will further cause its depreciation. Looking at the amount of pressure on the currency already and looking at the size of the external factors for Ghana until the end of the year, we see scope for some more depreciation, albeit modest depreciation before the end of the year. So from where we are, it would not be out of place to see the cedi recording some more depreciation. He further added that, first of all, if you look at the fact that by the end of this year, we still expect to record a current account deficit in the region of 3%, and we're still looking at an inflation rate, although in single digits this year, but above 8%. These indicators show that there is scope for the depreciation of the cedi beyond where we are today. Head of the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, Professor Peter Quartey, has said the success of the yet-to-be-established National Development Bank will largely depend on the appointed personnel to run the entity. According to him, the NDB must further operate in a well-efficient business model, which will be devoid of political interference. Making his submission during a presentation at a public dialogue organized by ISER on the theme National Development Bank and Sustainable Financing in Ghana, Professor Quartey lauded the idea of establishing the bank. According to him, there is no doubt that we need long-term financing. What we are providing is short-term, but certain investments require long-term financing. Unfortunately, we have given our banks universal licenses, and so all of them go into retail and other more profitable ventures than lending to the sectors which will transform the company. And that's why we need a national development bank. It's not here. It's not here. I have to open it. Okay. Now on our final story, the Institute of Fiscal Studies has called for a renegotiation of agreements involving Ghana's oil and extractive sectors. According to the institute, the country is losing out on its revenue generation due to poor negotiations. The IFS compared Ghana's earnings in the oil sector to that of Nigeria and Botswana, saying that Nigeria is earning 51% of their oil revenue and Botswana is getting 65%, while Ghana is getting 16%. Speaking at a forum on Ghana's domestic revenue mobilization mode organized by the IFS, research fellow at the IFS, Dr. Edu Owusu-Sarkodie, said, "We have to try and renegotiate our oil deals if they are not going to cost us too much. If we cannot renegotiate, then we have to forget about it and look into the new discoveries. We are not part of the production process in our extractive sector. We are only taking royalties." It's a wrap for this week's edition of BizTech on Ghana Web TV. But log on to www.ghanaweb.com for more news updates. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ghana Web TV. Get interactive with us on all our social media pages. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we are at the Ghana Web. Have a great weekend. My name is Na Oyokote.